when we compare property investments, we normally talk about rental yields or cap rates. That's the actual percentage return on the investment. Now, residential is probably showing 1 or 2% a net return at the moment, whereas commercial is showing between 3.5 to 5.5% return. Now, there's no general things. There is averages, but it depends. Sometimes a 5% yield might sound good, but it may not be as good as it sounds. Depends on the risk factor, where it is, how big it is, the age of the property, and the future possibilities. Yeah, for example, if you've got a good tenant, like for example, a bank or a service station or a supermarket, in one whole building over a long lease, that would be on the low end of the yield return. Whereas you may have another situation where, on the other hand, where that is part of a building, strata unit within a larger building, or maybe a heritage building or something building which restricts future development down the track, would probably attract a higher yield because there's a risk factor down the track. Where if you've got a part of a larger building being a strata, you haven't got control over the whole site because there's other owners involved. On the other hand, you've got heritage buildings where you're basically restricted to what you can do as well because, it's a heritage building and you can't basically touch it. And it generally costs more money to maintain because you've got to stick within depending what the level is with heritage, the requirements of the Heritage Council or other things stipulated with the council with that building, was how it's listed. So there are good and bad yields.